Volker, Larry Summers, who might not have hit this speed bump. Let's talk to Democratic Representative Joe Sestak from Pennsylvania. Nice to see you, Congressman. We appreciate you coming on again.
Good to be back, Liz. Thank you.
Are you sold on Geithner? You happy with everything about him? Are you satisfied with the answers to the tax issues and much more?
I'm disappointed that after he paid his couple years, he didn't go back on his own and see if from 2001 he had not, just on his own, just didn't take enough accountability to do it. But that said, we're in a war. We're in a foxhole. And the fellow next to me has this relatively minor error. I want him there right now, because if anybody has performed fairly well in this crisis, it's the massive liquidity that the Federal Reserve has done. He's been there when it made a mistake with the Lehman Brothers. And he's been there now with Citigroup, where he finally stepped in with the Federal Reserve when we, Congress, delayed voting for the TARP bill, and they actually went in and guaranteed all those billions of dollars of bad debt securities that we should have purchased out of the TARP. So no, I believe we have to vote, the Senate needs to vote for him and get him in there.
But Congressman, even some of the strongest advocates of the first tranche of the TARP that we've talked to recently are saying that that didn't work well. In fact, it was orchestrated in a very irregular way. They were kind of juggling several balls, not knowing which one to keep up at the right time. So do you really want to hire one of the people that was involved in so many missteps in the first half of this process?
I think those who were for, or particularly those who were opposed to the first TARP bill, should step back and look what happened. That market turmoil, those few days after that voting failed, led to Mr. Paulson diverting away from having bought these toxic securities that we were supposed to do, and exclusively putting equity, which was needed, but not altogether, into helping the panic that ensued even exponentially since that bad vote. In those few days, Mr. Paulson got scared, frankly, and put money into the equity and did not do what I believe that if we had purchased these toxic securities, begun to give them a price with clarity, either by reverse auction or by setting that price, would have begun to attract more private investment. Now, we've backed away from the apex of financial panic. We have, due largely to the Federal Reserve, I'll give you that. But the lights would have gone out if we had not done that first TARP plan. Now this second tranche, the $350 billion, I believe, needs not to go all exclusively into this equity, but has to be spread out to begin to buy these toxic securities. And that's what this gentleman wants to do.
Well, we will see it all develop. Admiral, always good to see you. Representative Joe Sestak, also
great to be back.
On Naval Admiral.
Good to see you, Congressman. Thanks very much.
Sorry about the Army.